It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Go and check out Kimball's Cookies. They're on Facebook. Kimball's Cookies on Facebook. They are wonderful and delicious and amazingly decorated. Anything you want to add, Case?
They taste absolutely incredible. Some of the best cookies I've ever eaten.
You can get them for any occasion, decorated how you want. They're amazing. They really are. This is the worst reading for a commercial ever. I love it. Terrible readings. Yes, go check out Kimball's Cookies on Facebook. Because why not? Because they are fantastic and brilliant and beautiful. And, of course, we also wouldn't be here without our other incredible sponsor, Manscaped.
Manscaped.
Look at it. I keep myself beautiful with my Manscaped. I shave it down. I keep, my balls are loving me right now.
That is fantastic. Yes, my chest looks delightful. Cleared straight up.
I saw you this weekend, and you looked brilliant.
Well, thank you.
Your shaft looks 17 feet long because you shaved away that bush.
It's all angles.
That Amazon rainforest. So, and Manscaped did the job. And I will tell you guys something. It's pretty sexy.
The lawnmower, pretty money. And thank you. Thank you.
Dude, he had a couple of the snipes loving him this weekend. Definitely.
Life was good. Life was good. It was really good. Made a lot of good bonds.
Yes. But before we get there, I will say, go check out Manscaped, everybody. Go to manscaped.com. Get your devices now. They have tons of stuff to take care of you. I wear the underwear. I have the mat. I have the weed whacker, the lawnmower, all of the beautiful, wonderful deodorants and everything else. Go check them out. Use promo code SNOBS for 20% off your order and free shipping.
Check them out.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast. I am Mick Manhattan, and of course joined, as always, by my first aid material, the madman. How you doing, buddy?
I'm marvelous. How are you, sir? It's a pleasure. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. It's been so long since I've seen you.
I know, right? My goodness, it's like hours.
It's like we haven't spent any time.
It was really nice, man. This weekend was fantastic.
It really was.
We had a whole thing going. It was great, man.
Oh, and I do love the love that we're getting. Jason's here. You're so good. He
Hi,
says,
buddy.
Yay. Scene Snobs got first aid.
Always at the ready, man. You never know when that defibrillator is needed.
Absolutely, 100%. Mike Courtney's here. He says, gentlemen, hope you're having a fantastic evening. We are, for sure.
It's better now with you here, Mike.
It's even better that I have a whole bunch of crap in my office because my wife needed a place to put it, and my office is clearly the place to do that.
Well, naturally. Well, it looks like we got Corinne here, too.
Corinne is here. Hey, guys. Greetings from Arizona. Hey, Corinne. Thank you for joining us yet again. We appreciate it. We're having some fun, man. We had a great time this weekend. So for anybody who wasn't aware, I don't know how you can be and follow us anywhere. We were the representatives for the virtual side of the Carolina Fear Fest.
Yes, we were.
We were live both days of the Carolina Fear Fest. For what, I think the total was 18 hours.
Something along those lines. Yeah, it was a fair chunk.
It was so much fun. We had truly, truly amazing guests jump on from all walks of life.
Great experiences. Just met so many cool people. It was so much fun and just good to be out. It was so exhilarating to be like humans and Everyone was
100%, man. I mean, the place was really busy, really well done.
very well put together. Awesome organization.
We love talking to the vendors, talking to the guests, the celebrities that were there. Everybody was really just sweet and accommodating and nice and took care of us really well.
Yeah.
Mike Courtney says, really loving Casey's new apartment wall decor.
Right?
Yeah, it is a big deal going from like Han Solo and Spider-Man and Gowron to First Aid and
a defibrillator, you know.
And
I just like to keep everyone on their toes. You know, never know what's coming next.
Well, Casey's office looks just like a hospital. Well, of course, because he's at the hospital.
Yeah,
He's going to camp out there for the week until I get my surgery.
Yep.
And it's just going to hang out. And
I've got to make sure that his place is prepped. So I'm here doing prep work on site, making sure that, you know, the doctors are cleared. I'm verifying. They're going to be cutting my boy open. I got to make sure we're good.
Well, yeah, you're going to sit there and like, all right, we're going to do a show. Oh, I just get out of the surgery. It's like, oh.
Come on, buddy. God, you doped up would be hilarious. Just an hour of you rambling.
And then there's Mick. There's just Mick's boring office, Devin. The name of my office isn't Devin. That's a stupid name. I wouldn't call my office that. So I don't know why Facebook user is calling my office Devin. And it's not boring. There's fun stuff everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's why if I was going to name it something, I wouldn't name it something like Boring Devin.
And we got even more stuff this weekend.
Yeah, we did get it. I haven't taken them out of the boxes yet, which I will do, and everybody will yell at me, but I don't care because the rest of them are out of boxes right there. I got these two I've been looking for forever.
I'm so excited for that Michael Myers one.
My movie maniacs, Michael Myers and Ghostface. And it's truly just awesome to find them, and they're going to go in my collection. You'll have to excuse my sound today. I was putting my board back together and everything, and right before the show it wasn't going on, so I'm using the stupid camera on the camera mic.
Yeah, it was pretty terrifying, 2 minutes before we go live and watching Mick just
mad.
And just so upset. It was fantastic.
Facebook user says, rude. I heard it's an amazing name, like the amazing guy on the Fandom Effect. What's that? What's that?
Show.
It's a show?
It's
on TV?
No, a podcast.
Oh, there's too many of them. Oh, man.
That just seems a bit rude. He is rude. Yeah, Facebook user. What's up, rude dude?
Jesus Taylor says, so jealous of Ghostface. Great pickups, man. Yeah, and I also picked up this amazing little piece right here.
Just get it off. Get it off screen.
Casey loves it.
No, those are the worst things ever. There's no need to ever own one. Its only purpose is to mess with people. And thank God you didn't get the one that's actually a puzzle.
Yep,
I mean,
there it
that's
is right
cool.
there. Pinhead and I just hanging out with the puzzle box.
Yep. Great.
And he was like, is this pleasure for you? And I was like, oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, because nothing bad can happen there in that scenario.
No,
Look, I don't believe that horror movies are real. I'm well aware that horror movies are not real. Pinhead's real. The Cenobites are real. You can't convince me otherwise. That's what's going to happen one day if you mess around with ancient Mayan puzzle boxes.
Yeah, no, man, this is so much fun. I think I'm going to actually try and solve it right now. Is that cool? I heard that anybody watching while I do that
This is terrible.
is going to die too.
I don't know why I don't just drop out right now because
Casey's just like, I'm out.
It's not cool, man. It's not cool.
Well, I've completely downloaded all the footage. I have edited into pieces that requires further editing, of course. So you will get a podcast from us out of it, and you will get interviews from us out of it. So, and I will share all of those as we go on throughout the month. But
had some fantastic interviews.
Oh yeah.
Great
Casey
people.
actually got to do an impression off with Ross Marquand, and it was truly fun. So I can't wait for you guys to hear that one because they were both nailing it.
It was fun. It kind of just turned into that back and forth, and I was like, "This is incredible!" Like this guy was awesome.
It was so much, and he was so happy to talk voice work.
Yeah. Oh, and such wonderful advice, and just whatever the 10 minutes we got with him was like, okay, learning stuff.
We got like 15 or 20 minutes with him for sure.
I know he had a line at his table. He had a roll. I felt bad. I looked up because we had a straight shot to see his table, and that line was built, man. I was like, whoa.
And he didn't want to go either. He was having fun. that was the best part. He was just kind of like everybody. That was the fun part about it. Like everybody who sat down with us was like, I don't want to go. Like Vernon Wells, you could tell because he just kept coming back.
Oh man, he was wonderful.
Rob Mello kept coming back.
Rob was great. Everyone was fantastic. And there were people who wanted to try to get by, and unfortunately, they were just very busy, and understandably so. There was a lot going on.
Oh yeah, like Felissa just didn't have a moment to breathe all weekend.
She was slammed all weekend.
Yeah,
those panels.
Two movie premieres, all the panels. I mean, she did like 4 or 5 panels.
Yeah.
On top of doing signings, and it's just so crazy. But good for her, man.
Oh, it was fantastic.
I like her a lot. So
yeah, I was happy for everyone. It seemed like everyone got a lot of positive feedback, and it was just nice to see everybody out and just that sort of community almost getting that moment of return. It was a rejoice. It was cool. Good reunion time.
We played a little game at the convention where we each took $20 and saw who can buy the most stuff.
God, you smoked me.
I won. I got one.
You did incredibly well.
Yeah, you know what? It was funny because the stickers that I got, I really wanted. Mm-hmm. And it was like 3 for like $8. And I tried to haggle them too. I was just like, come on, 3 for $5. Let's do it. So I was like, that's 3 right there.
You're the worst, man. I showed up and was like, I'm excited to pay for your art. Thank you.
I didn't care. I was like, I'm haggling all the way through. And even with the socks, like I went up and I was like, oh man, because I saw this horror movie socks. I didn't see Michael Myers at first. And I was like, well, he loves socks. So I was like, no matter what I get, he'll appreciate it.
It's a win, yeah.
But
I'm an easy mark.
I wanted your favorite. So I finally saw Michael Myers and I was like, oh man, how much are these? And like $8. I was like, oh, what's that? $6? That's awesome. And they're like, and I thought that would work, and it didn't. They were just like, no, it said 8. Like they thought like I didn't actually hear them. And I was like, whatever. I want to keep going because I was like, I still got $4 left. And then I was like, all right, I already beat him. I don't want to like decimate him or anything. And I got him a gift, so we're good. But I want to screw with you, like big time. So
of course,
I ran right around from where the socks were to the other side where the puzzle box was. I was like, how much is that? And he was like, $15. I was like, I'll take it. I didn't even try to haggle that one. I was like, I'll take it. And I was like, boom, here's $15. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to Paul Taylor. And I run around to Paul Taylor to see if he'll take a picture of me just so I could do that to you, just so I could screw with you for that. And I'm so glad I did.
Yeah, you nailed it.
But we looked around a lot and we saw a lot of stuff and a lot of expensive stuff. Like
I was kind of blown away by like pricing and not, it's just that the collectibles do go for that much. Like that's the market going rate. It's wild.
You know what it is though? I sort of disagree to a point.
Okay.
Yeah, for a lot of stuff, yes. But every time I see something that's like an outlandish price, I check the price somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So that way I can haggle. So that way I know where the actual line is. Like if this is going for online, like I'm not getting any lower than that.
Right.
And like one of the things was this Michael Myers figure. It's the same exact one, the same generation, the whole 9. But at the next, I saw it. I was like, I need this, but it's $125. I was like, I'm not blowing $125 on the Michael Myers because I need the ghost face too. I go to another booth right over, and they have both of them, and it was for $100. And I was like, so both of these for $100, whereas one over here has for $125. So you know who's blowing out the deal, because I've been looking for them online forever.
Right.
And the Michael Myers goes for all different prices. Like I don't think anybody really knows the movie Maniacs, like how much they should go for, or they might see it somewhere and like, all right, that's how much I'll sell for.
Well, you also have to remember there's a quality issue. There's an aspect of grading. So if one is an exceptionally higher grade than the other, if there's a clear plastic here versus, a yellowed plastic, things like that. I mean, all of it matters. So there's a very good chance that is the going rate for that, say, 8.7 that it was versus what you picked up, which may be more like a 5.2, but you don't care because you're taking them out, so it doesn't matter.
Here's the funny thing. So if you look at it, there's some yellows to it, but it's for the most part pretty clear.
Yeah, that Michael Myers is actually really good condition.
The other one for 125 was straight up yellow.
Oh.
And I was just like, this is old. Like, this was stored somewhere to turn yellow. And I was like, this one was like, it had 60, but I got, the 2 for a good deal. But, like, then I went over to the other side, and they had some more Movie Maniacs because they had the T2. Arnold.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I wanted that, but he had them for like $60 a piece, but he had like 9 of them. And I'm like, that makes no sense. It's not going to be $60 a piece for these if you have 9 of them, because that means there's a lot of them. That means I can go online and find it and it'll be fine.
Right. But you got to remember, man, when they're looking at you with that price right then and there, people are paying it, right?
Oh, yeah, well, not really, because he like the last day I checked to see if it would go down at all, and it was still like 9 of them, so nobody bought them.
Fair.
From that guy.
Right, exactly.
But there was plenty of stuff. There's some very cool stuff that I saw that, like, if I was ready to, like, put the money out for it, because it becomes do I need this? Like, these two are part of a collection. Mm-hmm. I've been looking for them for years. I haven't found them anywhere else, like, online, and they're not in great condition and such. So I was like, all right, these are in good condition. I got them for $100. That's fine. Because normally all the other ones I got were like 30, 35 a piece.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, all right, I'll take these 2 because they're hard to find.
And I think it really comes down to what is it valued at for you. If that's the value for you, then cool. That's what it's worth. And that's awesome. Friggin' stoked for you, man. It's different for everyone.
No, and it is, and I agree. But there comes a point at conventions where because everything's marked up anyway at a convention, automatically. You step in and it's marked up because they're trying to make their money, and I get that. And even stuff that is like made by them is marked up. Not putting that down, I get the business side of it. But there comes a point where it's just like, you got to do the research of what the other vendors have around you. That's what I'm saying about the one guy who had it for 125. It's like, well, there's another one right next to you that has it for like $50, not even like more than $50 cheaper.
Yeah.
Almost $75 cheaper. It's like, you're not going to maintain, dude. I mean, you might get somebody who's not going to go check.
Right. That's the thing. That's what they're relying on, is that you're in their booth, you find it like, holy cow, I haven't found this. And there's a market for that, just the same way you were talking about it. I looked them up. There's a huge market for those, and they are pricey.
They are. You're right. And again, I don't know why you're arguing with me, you bastard.
Because I like to fight, man. That's how I roll.
I think you just like vendors too much. You're on the vendor side. That's why you don't haggle.
I take the side of the vendors, man. That's why I don't haggle. I'm like, what's up, guys? Give me your things and stuff you have. Thank you for your wares.
You're like the Empire, and I'm the Rebels right now, which is very odd for us.
It's really weird. It's a strange position. Yeah.
Like, stop going with the vendors.
I'm a suit over here.
Dude, it's so funny. No, listen, at the end of the day, I got what I wanted, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I did want to ask, out of everything, all the vendors that we walked past, money set aside, what is like the thing that you saw like you most wanted? That you were like, maybe like, I don't want it because the money is a little too much.
Well, they had some sweet masks. And I really love those masks. And if I had a good, $500 that I could have just whipped out right there, I would have definitely started building some new costumes because those masks were sweet. But yeah, it just cost too much, man. It's just too expensive in a thing that I can't invest in right now. So it's a bummer. Yeah. But those things were so cool.
Yeah, that one guy, his mask, and like, again, everybody, this is all in the video. You can go check it out because the full videos are up. I'm going to edit them down, though, and we're going to have edited versions. But yeah, the masks, they were awesome.
Yeah.
The guy, and he was like, I got them from all over and blah, blah, blah. And they were expensive, but they weren't bad for that quality of masks.
Well, and that's the thing is I'm not saying they were like too pricey. It's just for me in my position, it wouldn't make sense. It's not logical.
I get that. Because like what I would love to do ultimately is get all of the Jason masks
Yeah.
and like hang them up somewhere. And just like if even the sack, like, and put them on. I'm kind of thinking about maybe like shelving them.
Exactly. Yeah. On like mannequin heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something like that. But I
would do the same with Michael Myers, since they're like all the same.
Good one. That's
there's a couple of them that are different.
If you get really good mask making companies, they're all different.
Okay.
Every single one, because if you look online, sorry, I'm gonna fix my camera for a sec. If you look online, because I didn't want them, but I was looking at them after the 2018 came out, at what the difference of each mask is, and it like real like mask companies that take it seriously, and they'll say like, this is Halloween, this is Halloween 2, which is funny to me, because if you go back, it's like, look at these mask companies making a perfect replica of Shatner's face, painted white.
Right, exactly.
And you can't get that right in the movies? Like, they're doing it. Like, mask companies are doing this.
All around them, and yet they keep failing. It's amazing.
Yeah. I did get some Funko Pops. I fed the addiction a little bit.
Of course. You got to tap the vein. I understand.
Yeah, I do. You know me. I love my Funko Pops.
Yes, sir, you do.
And I reason that against, I got them for my wife and kids.
Of course.
So,
of course you did.
But my wife's are at like right here. So it's kind of like.
It's going to magically fit into your little area. You'll be like, look, babe, it's like you're integrated into my stuff.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, she is integrated into my stuff. She puts her stuff in here. So it's like, I'm not on camera or anything. It's fine.
It's a stuff sharing situation.
What happened? All right. Real quick side story. What happened was the cleaners were coming today. So we're moving stuff around because she redid the bedroom. And she's taking all of the wall art down in all of the rooms and redoing it all. Because she has different themes everywhere. Like our hallway, our bathrooms and stuff like that are all Norman Rockwell themes. So it's all Norman Rockwell stuff. So in the bedroom, she's redoing.
Wait, in the bathroom is Norman Rockwell?
Yep.
It's
sports Norman. In the bathroom, it's all sports Norman Rockwell.
Nice.
There's actually Boston Red Sox in there too.
It's where I like to feel most Americana, is when, sitting down and enjoying a little Fortress of Solitude time.
Well, not my bathroom. My office bathroom is all like comic books and Star Wars stuff. I was like, I'm taking this one. Which her office is now downstairs, so that's going to change, I'm sure. But yeah, so she does all Norman Rockwell because like the hallway is different Norman Rockwell paintings. It's not sports. But anyway, so she's redoing the bedroom, and the bedroom had those two big pictures over there. Well, today she's like, I need to put this stuff somewhere, and I was like, you can put some stuff in my office, but remember, I'm going live tonight. And she's like, okay. There you go. That's the proof of like what's going to happen. She just does what she does.
Yep.
I love her dearly, and that's why I deal with her stuff. It's one show though. It's my last show, so.
It's your last show for a spell. Yeah, before you go get sliced up. Mike Courtney just embittered me with his comment.
I think this is an old one. I did some haggling.
No, not that one, yeah.
New Funko Pop yesterday. Well, I wanted to read it.
Which is cool.
Yes, right where the Red Sox deserve to be by the toilet. Mike Courtney, I love you.
Oh, hurtful.
I love it.
Hurtful.
It's amazing.
It's all right. It's okay.
Well, Fred from the Within the Head of Fred podcast is at George Steinbrenner Field down in Tampa today. He's watching a game and he's like booing the Yankees because he's a big Red Sox fan.
Cool.
And you know what happens when you do that? You're going to get the curse. The curse is coming back.
No, it won't come back. We're going to win again.
No, Fred is going to
win it all.
Curse again.
It's going to be fine. Don't even worry about it. Sox win. Sox win.
Never ever going to get it again. It's a shame.
Look, I've had all my professional teams. I followed all win championships. I'm like, well, I'm good.
And you had a pretty epic one too for the first one for the Sox. So
yeah,
not even the World Series win.
The ALCS.
The ALCS
was awesome.
Which hurt so bad, and I didn't even know you, and I wanted to punch you.
Time traveler punching.
It's just like, I know he's just happy somewhere.
Oh my God, elated. Floating on cloud 9 in friends' couches. It was wonderful.
That's still the one win where I'm just like even when the Cubs won, I'm like, yeah, good on them. And when the Nats won and everything, I was just like, yeah, all right. When the Red Sox won, it's just like, no, that ain't cool. Oh, try being a Cleveland fan.
Yeah, sorry.
No, thank you. Don't want to be a Cleveland. The only Cleveland Indians games that I'll watch are in Major League and Major League 2.
Valid. Or
and
if
those
they
aren't
ever
even.
go,
Oh, sorry. Good.
I was going to say, or if they ever went to one in Drew Carey show.
That's
Maybe.
fair, but no, not even then. I'm never rewatching that stuff again. I'll just watch The Price is Right. I will tell you this, though. Out of the Major League movies, which I love, the third one is my favorite.
I don't get that.
Scott Bakula, man, he was great in it. I loved it.
I mean, I'm down with Scott Bakula, but the second one was great.
Oh, yeah. But I love the third one. I don't know what it is. Back to the Minors. There's something about that movie that I'm just, everything about it is just like so fun to me. They bring back all my favorites. They add Scott Bakula. They still keep Corbin Burnson, who owns the team. It's wonderful. And
yeah, that part was fun.
When I get back, and you have to save this for when I get back, because it'll probably be around the All-Star game at some point. We should talk baseball movies.
Okay, should we talk baseball movies right now from this past weekend?
Oh, everybody knows I cried at Field of Dreams.
So, legitimately, I get out of the shower, and Mick is just sitting down in front of the television, supplanted in whatever he's in, and he's like, don't judge me for what we're watching, and he starts quoting along, and I haven't paid attention yet. And I turn around and look over, and what do I see but Field of Dreams? Not just Field of Dreams, but the very end of Field of Dreams, where he's about to play catch with his father. And I'm like, you can't get sad. You can't get sad at this. We're getting ready to go out and try to, hit the bar and not be sad people.
No, this was in the morning. This is before we were going live.
This is before we were going live. I'm like, I can't have you sad.
No.
So I finished getting ready, and all of a sudden he asked the part of like, hey, Dad, you want to have a catch? So I stop and watch at that scene because we're men. Mick cries.
Oh, man.
I tear up. Right before, an hour before we have to be set up and going live. It was just ridiculous. And that's the power of Field of Dreams.
But a lot of people don't understand where my emotions start coming into play. And a lot of people don't get this line when they watch the movie, and why it's such an emotional line is when he sees that it's his dad, and he looks at Shoeless Joe and he goes, ease his pain. And Shoeless Joe looks back and he's like, it was for you. And he's like, talking about his dad. But Shoeless Joe heard and goes, no, Ray, it was for you.
Yeah. And
it was like Ray's pain needed to be eased, and he was doing it for oh my God, I'm going to cry again. I love that movie, man. I love that movie. Yep. Field of Dreams is just, and the whole thing is just wonderful on every step.
James Earl Jones is a freaking treat throughout it.
Yeah.
Burt Lancaster was great.
Oh God, that's such a good movie, man. And Burt Lancaster's last film.
Yep.
And I think it's Frank Whaley's one of his first films.
Yep.
So that's like a huge thing because I love Frank Whaley too, and he's so good.
He's fantastic. Yeah. And then he was in The Shed. Loved him in The Shed.
Yeah, I mean that was like his latest film, and I try to tell people to watch that all the time.
And Career Opportunities, because who doesn't love that movie?
That's a guy I would love to talk to. I would love to interview him on a show because Frank Whaley is just such a good actor.
Really
no, Ironweed was his first movie. That's right.
Okay.
And then Field of Dreams was his second. All right, because that was bothering me. But he was like a bit part in Ironweed. So for me, we go through the weekends, we see a lot of cool stuff, do a lot of cool stuff. But you brought up a great topic that we were going to talk about and we just never got to. So I wanted to make sure that we touched down
for a great reason, by the way. We kept being interrupted by some fantastic people, so it was great the whole time. No, we definitely learned a few things, like we're going to have set up more cameras. next time and have a little more live feed runnage. So it was good, though. Fantastic experience. And I think we did pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely thought about like where I'd want to station cameras.
Yeah.
Because I just want static cameras in different places.
And I definitely learned how to not shake at the start of panels. As a moderator.
Yeah, you did great. That's one thing I'm going to say right now while people are listening. And you took the, because I'm in pain. I couldn't do them. You took the two panels. Yeah. The third one was taken by the other woman. Who
did a great job.
You took the Friday 13th panel, CJ Graham, and then you took the horror on TV panel, which was out of the blue. We weren't even expecting that. And that was with Naomi Grossman, Ross Marquand, and Brian Krause, who's like a hero to you. And you nailed it.
Let's back off that. All right. He played a character on TV. It was a great character who was involved in my life for a long period of time. But
no, I didn't say the character. Brian Krause, though, you really do appreciate Brian Krause. And listen.
Yeah, man, I think he's a fantastic actor, man. I love his acting. I love the characters he plays. I think he does a great job. And I always see there are certain people you see on screen and it's like, oh, cool. I'm stoked to see Casper Van Dien. I'm always excited to see him on screen. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, cool. Like I get excited. Yeah, Brian Krause is definitely one of those.
That's nothing to shit on, man. Excuse me. Oh, that was bad. That was bad on camera.
Right? What are you doing?
For any potential podcast listeners later on.
Really hope you all enjoyed that. We've got squeaks and screams coming later too.
I'm a human being. No, but I'm a man.
I'm a man.
It's funny because I'm the size of an elephant and I'm wearing gray.
Easy.
But like there are plenty of actors. And that would be another really good topic too, is because there's so many I really appreciate. Like, okay, one is Michael Paré.
Yes.
He's one of my favorites of all time.
Yep.
People are always like, there are people who are like, who's Michael Paré? And like, they might remember him if they saw a movie. And I'm like, you're an idiot. Michael Paré is the best. And shut up. Like, you know, like I get defensive over Michael Paré. First of all, Eddie and the Cruisers, come on. Don't be a dick. He's Eddie. So he's just a great actor. So when I was doing, you know, different shows and stuff like that and interviews, I was like, these are people I want to talk to. Everybody else is great. But like, I've talked to a number of great people that I really enjoyed interviewing. But when I got Michael Paré on the show, I was like, this is a huge thing for me.
Yeah, of course.
And he was cool about it, but he could tell I was fanboying out. But like, that's, I think you and I were similar in that.
That was the level that I was trying to not reach, though. I was trying so hard to keep it contained. Like inside, I was doing the happy dance and like, but you know, I was trying to play it front. Like, nah, it's cool.
Nah, bro, not me. Michael Paré walked in, and I was like, "You're Michael Paré," and he was like, "I know who I am," and I'm just like, tell me more.
Tell me more about who you are,
dude. We had him for like 45 minutes for an interview. Nice. I guess he had an.
When you had him, you didn't have him like cornered or anything, right? It was comfortable the whole time.
No, it was very comfortable the whole time. Right. But like, and I got to thank my buddy Brian for that from Pulling Focus, because we did it on Pulling Focus, and he got it. And he got it because I told him, I was like, I am going to watch Eddie and the Cruisers. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to have a Michael Paré day. And he was like, what are you going to watch? I was like, I'm watching Eddie and the Cruisers, and I'm watching, of course, Streets of Fire, because it's the best movie of all time. And he's just like,
Streets of Fire, man.
I love Streets of Fire, and nobody will ever take that away from me. It is a great movie. I will watch that and Digstown all the time.
Well, I mean, that's me. Give me Starship Troopers all day, every day. Yeah.
And I get that. I get that on so many levels. But I get Starship Troopers like I get when T2 is on. Like, fair. I'll pop those. Like, if those are on, I'm watching them. They're great.
Yeah, man. T2 especially. I love T2.
There's something special about Streets of Fire and like Digstown and the Warriors and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. When I watch it, it's like nobody else gets this but me.
It's your own private Idaho.
It really is my own heroin addiction for sure. 100%. Paul Dunn is here, man.
Paul, what's up, buddy?
Baby. Great
Thank
guys. We're going to have an interview with come out with them, their show.
4 sheets to the win.
We can't wait to have them on again and be on theirs if they'll ever accept us, for sure.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, man. One day, like, you find movies. That's what you guys should do. You should do one where we talk about like movies that nobody really talks about. And
I always like that one
all day long. Casey will too. But I know I will talk everybody's ear off about Streets of Fire and the rock opera that movie is. It is on the level of so much in like Rocky Horror Picture Show and all that stuff, but better because that's Diane Lane, and she's truly beautiful.
I'll bring up The Gift because for some reason that movie is just like intrinsically bonded with me.
But you remember when it came out, like because Katie
yes.
Holmes was naked in it.
Yes,
and she was on Dawson's Creek,
and that was a big thing.
The big thing.
But then, like watching it, it's like, but this is a fantastic flick, guys. It's so good and so many different levels. And Kate Blanchett was awesome in it.
Well, dude, I mean, yeah,
which, I mean, par for the course for that woman.
And she was that was like an early role of stardom for her.
Yeah,
because I think that was like right before
it was pre-Elizabeth.
But what was the big one? The one where it was 2000, so it was before the first the little guys running around with the ring, Lord of the Rings.
Little guys running around with the ring. Great.
I forgot.
That's not insulting people.
They're not people. They're like
they're hobbits. Easy.
Dwarves were the other one.
Correct.
Hobbits.
Mountain race.
Hobbitses. No, I was not being offensive. I was calling them what they were in the movie.
Hi, Jonathan Lopez.
Hey, Jonathan Lopez. What's going on, buddy? Hello to you. I did just look up The Gift, though, and I did not realize that it was directed by Sam Raimi.
Yep. Hence another reason I love it.
Does great work, of course.
Oh, yeah. Drag Me to Hell is still one of my favorites.
I mean, we're not going to name Spider-Man 3, but whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, let me ask you this real quick before we get into our topic tonight.
Yes.
Tommy, my 9-year-old, is getting really into, because Spider-Man No Way Home has so many rumors about Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire being a part of it, and the Spider-Verse and everything. He has a lot of questions about seeing the movies. And I'm like, of course, I get that. Do I show him Spider-Man 3?
I mean, I feel like you kind of have to. And the reason you have to is show when you show them Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, you go, there's a reason they never had a third. And then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to play into it so that way it builds up. This is the next Spider-Man 3. Here's hoping it doesn't suck.
And you know what's funny? He actually asked that today because we're watching all of the Marvel movies, but by character.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, because we started with Avengers.
Right.
Went through with all the Avengers movies. Then we did all the Captain America movies. Now we're doing all the Iron Man movies. And then I told him, I was like, I would like to do the Spider-Man movies because the trailer is coming out.
Right.
And he was like, well, I'd like to watch all of the Spider-Man movies. And he was like, how come there's 3 Spider-Man? I was like, that's a hard tale to tell. So I was just like, Tobey Maguire did it. Then he didn't want to do it anymore. Then they got Andrew Garfield, and he didn't want to do it anymore. And now I know it's a loaded question, but I was like, I'm not getting into all this right now.
I mean, that's a lot to unpack to a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
I think at some point, like considering contractual obligations and total gross off of, box office sales. Yeah, no, way over their head.
Yeah,
he ain't going to care about it.
No, absolutely not.
Or just say Sony is a big, giant evil machine, like all corporations.
That's fair. And Marvel had to get in touch, so take over the entity.
Yeah.
Man, they really are.
Say much.
They really are stupid, though. I hope they don't screw up Morbius and Venom too.
Oh yeah, we'll see. I think it'll be fine. I don't think they can screw it up. The problem is it's still PG-13. I want an R-rated.
Yeah, I don't mind if it's PG-13 if you put Spider-Man in it.
That's fair.
Other than that, then
Yeah.
yeah, make it R-rated. If you're not doing Spider-Man, then no tie-in. Then
Yeah, if you want the tie-in, then you definitely have to keep it PG-13 because kids are going to want to see it, and there should be a age range that should be acceptable for them to go check it out. Because Spider-Man is one of the most popular for that age range. Was for me.
yeah,
Loved it. Kidding me? Nerdy kid who gets bit by a spider and gets super radioactive powers. That's freaking awesome.
truly beautiful thing. It really
Would have really enjoyed that. Would have been a lot cooler.
Yeah, 100%.
Nope. Instead, I got good old-fashioned bullying. Who doesn't love that?
We got the Flash Thompson without the spider.
Right?
So I will say this, going back to our main topic, because I don't want to run out of time on this one. It's a good one. Because we'll talk again and then run out of time and not talk about the topic. And I'm going away for a little while, so I don't want to do that. Best friends in horror movies.
Yes, the best friends in horror movies.
So this is your topic. I'm going to let you start, but I do want to say one thing. Somebody had said to us, Clarice and Hannibal.
Yes, that was one brought up, I think, Corinne.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about that one?
It's an interesting one. That's one that like even Clarice would be like, really? Emma, are we? But I get it. I get why you would say that because they are friends.
Right. Well, friendly. I mean, he's using her and he's a psychopath. So does he really have the ability to create those kinds of bonds, or is it all for show?
Yeah.
That's why I feel it's really difficult with a psychopath to consider them friends. Much in the Billy and Stu vein. Like, Stu was fantastic friends with Billy, but Billy was ready to sell him out at a moment's notice to use that as his backup.
Yes. I mean, Stu straight up was like, I'll murder people with you. Yeah.
Yeah, that was his boy. He was committed to it. But he was committed to Billy. Billy was not committed to Stu. So it's that same level. Like, if you can't be that tight with a psychopath, you can't.
Yeah,
You can't trust that friendship.
Although Paul Dunn brings up a good point. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and Shaun of the Dead, they were.
That is best friends. That is a fantastic example of best friends. Could not agree more with that example. He becomes a freaking zombie and he still keeps him up.
Yeah.
He still chains him up and keeps him there. It's like, yeah, that's a kinship.
You know what? Actually, that might just. All right, you won.
Kind of blows it out the rest out of the water.
Thanks, Paul. You screwed up our whole thing. We were all building up to it.
I don't know, man, because Idle Hands, like Mick and Nub, they were pretty tight. Remember the zombie buddies, Seth Green? And
I interviewed the director of that.
Did you really?
Yeah, Rodman Flender.
Oh, nice. Good name drop.
You know who I want people to go back and listen to it. And you know who he's the uncle of?
Who's that?
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, Mr. Chalamet.
Yeah, that's his uncle.
Nice.
Just a little tidbit I figured I'd drop.
That's a good one.
But yeah, no, that's the interview. Remember I told you I screwed up and he called me on it? That's the one.
That's awesome.
Neither here nor there. But all right, so let me ask you this then.
Yes.
Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, what are they better friends in? Are they better friends? No. They just win in Shaun of the Dead. There is no argument.
Yeah, but there are other friendships out there, and I enjoy discussing them, like the Oscar and Ellie from Let the Right One In.
That's an odd best friendship.
A vampire is your best friend who's going to jack people up around you. That's pretty sweet.
That swimming pool scene, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a crazy one.
Now, here's the problem, though, with that is she grooming him to be a familiar? So, like, is it really a friendship, or is, once again, someone being used?
I think she would. In that movie, my takeaway was she really cared about him.
Yeah, and she probably cared about the other one, too, who was 90 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her friend. Like, yes. But that's the friendship. The friendship comes down to he is going to take care of her.
Yeah.
So it's not grooming to be a familiar, but he's taking on that role of making sure she stays safe.
Yeah.
Because
that's fair.
But just as friendship, like, and I get that. That's a good one. That's a really good pull. Tucker and Dale, of course, that goes without saying.
Dude. Yeah, Tucker and Dale, 100%. I mean, that's one of the best bonds ever. Tucker sticks it out for his boy to get, like, I feel like this would be you and me. Like if I had the opportunity to actually like, this is a chick I like. I think I'm digging this. I think this is going somewhere. I know you'd be the guy who'd be like, all right, well, let's let some college kids kill themselves around us. And you keep trying to score, buddy. Best of luck.
No, I will let you do it. I'm married now.
No, that's what I'm saying is you
you
would help me. You would facilitate as people are throwing themselves into wood chippers and you're getting bee stings all over you. Terrible things happening. Tucker was a good friend.
I would Alan Tudyk that one.
Yeah.
Big time.
I know you would. So I appreciate you.
I don't agree with this one. Corey Haim and Corey Feldman and Lost Boys. No. Now,
they weren't really friends in there. Yeah.
They were going to charge him. They're straight up like, how much should we charge him for this?
Yeah, the Frog Brothers were not friends. Now, the Frog Brothers as a duo teaming up to help you, now that's the thing I could go with. I could get into that.
Yep. Now, you know what, though? Star and Eddie. Or not Eddie. What's his name? The kid.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I think it was Eddie.
No, they call him Eddie Monster in it. But what is his name? He's driving me crazy.
You are in a yelling mode. Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, I mean, first of all, okay, so let's dissect this movie a little bit.
Okay.
I would say, okay, first of all, you have Star and the kid are best friends.
Right.
So, Laddie is his name.
Laddie. Nice. There it is.
Crazy. So you have them as best friends.
Right.
And I would say that's a strong friendship.
Can confirm.
Very good. I would say Wayne and Squirrely Dan and Derry, but that's not horror. So
Xander, Willow, and Buffy, but that's small screen.
Yeah, let's stick to big screen now because there's so many. Because TV has a chance to build up friendships for over a long period of time. It's
True.
It's hard, but in movies to really do that is tough. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I would say the four vampires, David and
definitely the four vampires. They were tight.
They were best friends. They're basically like brothers. They protected each other. Like when Alex Winter's character gets killed, they're fucking pissed.
Well, yeah, took one of their brothers.
Yeah,
they've been around for a long time.
Like if we were vampires, when you got staked, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be like, "What are you doing, dude?"
Same way. Someone staked you, I'd be like, "What?"
Somebody staked me, you'd be like, "Aha, fatty."
I don't think that would be my reaction.
I hope not, but I kind of feel like it should be.
Absolutely not. It would definitely be. It would be like a Klingon battle cry of just scream of anguish and pain, and I definitely would just go nuts, just ripping heads off, doing whatever I could. It'd be full battle rage mode, man. I'd be shifting into bat form and flying through people. It'd be awesome.
That would be amazing.
It'd be brutal.
So I will tell you, they're a big one, and even Michael and what's nuts in the Corey, Sam, Michael and Sam in the movie,
right?
Brothers, but they're close.
Well, yeah, of course they're brothers, and you can see that bond. They make clear that bond.
Hey, listen, I think I'm a good ipso de facto representative of brothers don't always have to get along.
Totally valid. Totally fair.
Okay, we got some comments here. Justin Wall says, "Glad you all made it home safe and some amazing memories to boot." Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. From Carpool Shenanigans, everybody check them out.
Yeah, man.
Kathy Cook says, "Hey guys."
Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy. And then we have Matthew says, "Best friendship, Will Smith and German Shepherd." And I'm like, yeah, but
that's heavy, man. That's a good one.
Heavy. It's a great pull. Great pull. But I will tell you this. Dogs are just man best friend anyway. So it's just that's like a foregone conclusion. Oh, it is Radar. I thought so by the picture. Yeah. What's up, Radar? How you doing?
What's up, Radar?
Enjoyed meeting you guys this weekend. Enjoyed meeting you, man. We had a lot of fun, man. I'm glad you got your t-shirt signed by everybody.
It was pretty cool. Well done.
That was awesome. But so the German Shepherd, first of all, German Shepherds are loyal dogs by they're just what they are. And Will Smith having him, I'm not going to say they're the best friends of, it's going to happen. It was meant to be for them to be best friends. I'm talking about the ones like Tucker and Dale. You're like, why are these guys friends other than they're in the same circumstances? They live in the same world, but they are friends.
They are heavily.
Yeah.
Excuse
they
me.
push through, like, the whole nine. So like, so for me, like something like Shaun and what's his nuts are. I need a signature next time you guys are in the area. Didn't know you were leaving as quickly. Did we?
Shaun and Ed. Yeah, we were out.
Yeah, we did. I had to get on the road, brother. But yeah, absolutely, man. We are not celebrities by any means, but we will sign your shirt. You will get $0 bagel dollars for that autograph, but we'll do it. I mean, sure. Maybe we should just bring pictures of us doing different things.
Already signed.
And lay them out. And just be like, oh, yeah, you want a picture and an autograph? And just like $20, no problem. Like, we'll be the cheapest ones there.
No.
And then when everybody's like, man, I don't remember you from this. You wouldn't. Don't worry about that.
I can't in good conscience do that. Like $5 tops.
No. I will tell you this, though. I want to so badly be cast as a duo, you and I, as like Mick and the Madman in horror movies where we just get killed.
Yes.
Or like I said, one of my dreams is to be kind of like what's her name in the Warriors, where we're just like the radio disc jockeys that narrate the whole thing through.
That'd be awesome.
You can kill us again at the end. I don't care about that.
Kill us whenever, repeatedly.
So any filmmakers out there that
you need someone to die.
No, you want us to die. You want
us.
Okay, we want to kill the Scene Snobs in our movie. Do it.
Yeah.
Because then we're going to go to the horror conventions and get the pictures of our deaths.
Yeah.
And then we're signing autographs, baby.
Yep.
We're doing it.
25 cents a pop.
Radar Man, whatever you need, brother. I would be happy to sign anything. Jay and Silent Bob of Horror. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for calling me fat, Michael Courtney, but whatever. I mean,
noich, baby.
Don't watch the Showboys right now. I'm just kidding. Go check out the Showboys. I love the Showboys.
Yes, you better.
Rob may do it for you guys. Well, I'm down, man. Like I said, I want to just do that. I want to be those guys who gets killed in horror movies, and it's just us. Like, and especially somebody do a zombie movie or a demon movie where people come back, but we're the two assholes who get brought back as demons, but we're like haphazard demons who can't get it right. And like we'll be the comedic effect, or if you need weird, funny Abbott Costello type.
I was gonna say, are you Laurel and Hardying us? Like, how is this pitch going?
That's the level of fame I want in movies. I just want us to play like sheriff's deputies who are just like kind of like.
Dude, 100%. That's what I want to be as. You kill me as a sheriff's deputy, I would be so excited. That would be the greatest.
You can kill me on any, and you can like get gallons of fake blood because you're gonna need it for me anyway. I'm giant. And like,
hey, you're beautiful.
Thanks, buddy.
Don't you dare put yourself down.
I got a face for radio.
Amen. Who are you talking to?
Paul says, I'd buy one picture and an autograph. Pull that out every time we record to remind us to keep pushing, and it's worth it. That's my level of stardom. I don't want billions of people listening to this podcast. Yes, I do. But I want to be in movies, and I don't want to be listen, I'm not talking about like I want to play the hero in the movie.
No.
Stick my chin out and be like, we're going to stop this demon if it takes everything we've got.
No, but that needs to be your one line, and then you get killed immediately.
And then like a shark eats me, but it's not even a shark movie.
We get the most random deaths. That's the only thing we ask. What is the most random death you can create? Let's go do that.
I like how this started out as, and we might go a little extra longer tonight because it's my last episode for a while, but I like how this started out as best friends in movies to how many different characters can we play in horror movies? Who I want us to be in one movie? Remember Return of the Living Dead?
I do.
The two dudes who basically caused the end of the world.
Oh, yeah. The guys who are inside who crack the barrel open that they shouldn't crack open. Yeah.
I want to do that. I want a fan film of Hellraiser, and it's just like you and I like, what's this?
No.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be great. It would be amazing.
Not that.
It will be the best time ever. If they ever remake Tucker and Dale 2, or if they ever make Tucker and Dale 2, maybe you guys could be on it.
Perfect.
I would 100%. I want to play a hick in Tucker and Dale 2 with Casey.
Yeah.
We're just hicks who are friends with Tucker and Dale.
That's right.
And like our whole status in the entire thing is like we just sit outside the general store and we make jokes about what's going on.
Well, because we just done comed up, I watched all these city folk coming on through here and don't even know how to pump their own gas with these here pumps. Yeah, we got them ready.
I want people to
locked and loaded.
Tell people to write their local indie horror filmmakers and to put the Scene Snobs in their movie. And again, we are not against dying. We don't want to be the heroes. We don't want to be the stars. We don't want to be the crux that gets everything solved.
No.
We want to have the most meaningless deaths possible.
Yes, if you need numbers, if you need sheer numbers to be pumped up in your death scenes, we're in.
I want pictures upon pictures on our tables at these conventions to say this is our lot in life.
Just to be killed.
We don't even get paid for these movies. This is what we do. We just have fun with it.
That's it.
Radar says accidentally kill and then later just two totally different characters and killed again.
Yeah,
I'm okay
two people in the kitchen randomly were just in the background as it gets lit on fire or something outrageous.
Our riders, they go up a little bit in our contracts. We don't get paid, but we want the green M&Ms if we have to die twice in a movie.
Yeah, we just want fancy stuff. We don't need money. We don't care about that. Just give us.
We'll get the money from the conventions by selling our autographs and pictures.
25 cents a pop.
Listen, if I learn anything, somebody can charge $17.50 for a picture with them. That's just the way it works, and we're not above that status in life. We're gonna get a square and just be like, "You just met the Scene Snob."
Oh my goodness.
Paul Dunn says, "So you want to do a parody of Final Destination, but zombie style, where someone drops you all off at a super Walmart? We'll do whatever you tell us. We'll whore ourselves out as bit parts in movies.
Absolutely."
But we don't want to learn lines other than the very small amount of lines that we get before we die.
Yes.
Or, like I said, if I'm playing, and you have to be there too, Case, if we're playing like the radio disc jockeys that are narrating the whole thing, that's where I'll learn the lines. Like that's another dream one. And then I want to play In the City by Joe Walsh as the hero walks away. Because I so love that scene in The Warriors. When they walk away and they just play In the City. It's my favorite.
I see. I would have to have like Pat Benatar's Invincible. I think that's what I'd want. That'd be a good walk-away song.
Hillbilly J and Silent. It would be Hillbilly J and not silent at all, Bob. Because I'm never silent. Come on.
Just more like huge Bob.
Matt says, I love your impressions. Walking at Fear Fest was classic. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
I did such work on that.
He did.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
he really did.
Casey's a genius, man. He knows his stuff. And you impressed Ross, man. Ross was really impressed.
I think Ross was being a very nice man. I think he was being very polite.
Bull. Matthew, when I edit it, go watch our interview with Ross because we do way more impressions with him. Casey and he do so many other impressions, and they're really good. And it's a great interview just in general. So check that out when I edit it. It should be out within a month because I'm going to be laid up, so I might as well do something.
Yeah. I mean, kind of
Casey's doing the hard work by having to host this thing every week.
Yeah, gosh, man, keep me going. It's all right. See, what you don't understand is I'm padding it with people who are way better than me. So I barely have to do anything. It's great.
Dude, we're top of our game, man. We're top of our game. We're going to get asked to be in horror movies. That's what's going to happen here.
To die, which is so exciting.
As long as we get a scene where Casey tucks in between his legs and says,
"Goodbye, horses."
But he's got to say it clean. He's got to be like,
"Hard fuck me."
No, you're like
so hard.
You'd be like, "Would you cuddle me? I'd cuddle me." Like you're just saying it PG. It'd be amazing.
Would you make popcorn with me? I'd make popcorn with me.
Radar says loud as fuck, Bob. Yeah, that's true.
Valid. Yeah,
it's probably very true.
He's a large gentleman with a large voice because of those large lungs.
No, you know what? Now I want to be a hero. Now I want to be all right, gentlemen.
No, you need to play the guy who everyone thinks might be the hero in the first 5 minutes and immediately killed.
Someone write this movie right now, okay? And I don't know what the movie's about, but you have to have a president character I can do orange. Don't worry. And you have to have the president of Russia character. Casey can do that. He can ride a bear. It's
Yes, we have ways of figuring this out. We go to Moscow, you and I talk about this. We will work it out very many times over, yes?
I did not have women pee on me in your country. We have to figure this out.
We have video things of stuff that show things with many things. You give us money, maybe we'll work deal. It's okay.
Okay, I only had 2 women pee on me in your country.
No, we have more than this. This is no problem. We tell you this later, other time. You give us the money, we work on trade. Yes, it's good now.
Oh, you just stay out of the election unless it's for me to win.
Yeah, something like this with the other things. I don't know what you're talking about. We do not interfere with anything.
Rudy, get off of that woman's face. Rudy,
Okay, let's just skip right on ahead.
No, Rudy from the football movie. That's what I'm talking about.
Sean Astin, of course. He's in everything.
Superhero Bob.
Superhero Bob, man.
I'm telling you, that would be a funny one. Not do those two, but like it would be funny if like somebody did a horror movie where the president's in it and I play the president and you play the other like I want to do. There's scenes in movies that I want to kind of mimic. One of those being is Peter Sellers, one of the most brilliant comedians of all time.
Phenomenal.
And Dr. Strangelove, when he's talking to the Russian president on the phone, you don't hear the Russian president.
Yuri, come on, Yuri. Oh, don't cry. No, don't. Oh, Dmitri, that's right. Dmitri, don't
like
yell.
That,
Dmitri. I think he's drunk.
It's the best. Anybody who doesn't understand that, and him as the French.
Oh no,
officer.
it's the British. It's yes, Captain Mandrake, I believe, was the character.
That's right,
he was.
British.
Yes, Captain Mandrake, along with who was it from his Royal Air Force? It was along with Colonel Kilgore or whatever the guy, the general was. You know about rainwater, mangrove.
Every role in that was truly fantastic. George C. Scott as like just. You can
amazing.
Clearly see the pissed off character that he's been, but he plays it so well. Like he wants to just fight the Russians as hard as he can. It's amazing. I love everything about that movie, and it drives me nuts. People don't understand the satire in that.
Oh, it's fantastic! It's one of the best.
I want to make one of you two watching the door for someone, and then when he comes back, is everything good? Yeah, but while he was gone, all this crazy shit went down, and you two had to handle it. Oh my god, that like the Roger Rabbit cartoon when he's watching the baby.
Exactly.
I can see a refrigerator falling on Casey's head, and it's just like, we said stars! And he's got birds flying around.
I'm sorry. I'll figure it out.
We have...
I can do stars. Honest.
I love it. He just keeps hitting himself in the head. I love that movie. Oh, that is...
with the Tweety birds.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that I ran down that tunnel?
Did you really?
Yeah, because it's in Griffith Park. So you know where the Griffith Observatory is?
Sure.
It's like from it's a big observatory on the mountain. Like you see it on all like LA space stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware of that. Yeah.
It's
where it is though, as I've never been there. I am.
Oh man, if we ever go to LA, we got to do it. But the tunnel is the only way in to get up that hill, and that's the same tunnel that they use for Toontown to get into Toontown. But it's also the same one from back. Are you screwing with me? You're messing around. Stop. Is your sound really not working? Did you mute yourself?
Are you in Toontown?
I'm
muted. I'm sorry.
I hate you, you bastard.
I didn't mean to.
I'm like going crazy. Like, did I do something? Oh, I hate you. But it's also the one from Back to the Future 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's not as long as like it's in Back to the Future 2. It's like 26 miles long.
No, they make it seem like it's forever. It's like between Jersey and New York. You know all about that.
It's a little longer from Jersey to New York. I'll say that. Shut up, you jerk. You big jick. Oh, we should do that. We should do a movie where we're Boston guys and we're just picking apart all the
Freaking Boston guys, just every time there's a murder, you're like, oh God, who did this? What is this? Oh, they stabbed him. Oh, big shot.
Get that out of top it.
Ah, gosh. Oh, big blood spray everywhere. Real
That's
good. Real good.
That's the only one you get me where I'm like, go Sox.
Go Sox. Yes.
Dude.
Isolate that right now. We're capturing that.
Nope, I'm in charge of it. Never going to happen. No, everybody can wants to download our footage, our episode.
Beautiful.
And I'm just going to be like, no, Casey's such a great impressionist. He was doing me.
He throws his voice and everything.
Dude, oh my God. I was so blown away by that. You did such a great job with those.
No, man, Ross was incredible, man. Just listening to
Stop
him.
complimenting him. Stop complimenting. We know he's great. I'm complimenting you. Just take the compliment.
Well, thank you.
Radar says, talk shit about all the Boston characters in movies. I'd watch that for $1.
Okay.
I'll do that.
We can do the whole show on that. Yep.
You mean just pick on... Let's just watch The Departed. Oh, can we do that?
Of course we can. We can also watch Fever Pitch.
Is that legal? No, is that legal? Can we provide commentary for movies like Riff Tracks does?
I don't know, man. You'll have to look into it. That sounds like smart guy stuff. Or the guy who's going to be sitting in front of the computer for a month straight.
Dude, I'm all about watching The Departed, and let's just make fun of it.
I'm in.
All
I can tear that apart. Yeah.
Every time they show like a scene or like a shot of Boston, I'm like, that's not New York.
And then we can destroy American Me. That would be fun.
Oh. Did I ever tell you about the time I met William Forsythe and we were talking about American Me, and it was just like, man, your death in that was just like hard.
Yeah.
It was just a hard one, man. Really super sweet guy. He was the one that actually gave me my look for this weekend where I was wearing basketball shorts. I was like, this is okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you pulled it off.
If William Forsythe can do it, I can do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Paul said he'd listen and watch.
There we go. That's 2 in. We're doing this.
All right. Our next podcast is just make fun of. We'll just watch it, make fun of Departed, and then just be like, "Here's your companion piece.
Yep.
Go play it while you watch the movie." I'm fine with that. Casey, it just gives Casey and I another chance to hang out. I'm fine with it. So it's just going to be us on movie sets getting killed or making fun of people.
Yeah.
Somebody on the Scene Snobs Network says, I'd watch that for sure. And I promise you, I didn't comment that, so I don't know who it was. I would absolutely watch that for sure. I love that.
That's a great movie. But tearing it apart would be great.
Oh, Justin wrote that. Okay.
American Gangster would be fun to rip apart.
I'm in. Whatever.
Dude, let's just take great movies that we shouldn't rip apart and rip them apart.
Let's do Gladiator.
Of course. That's another one. That's a remote dropper for me, man. Anytime Gladiator's on, I'm like, well, I'm watching this.
Oh, yeah, so but we got to rip it apart. You got to be like, yeah, I bet you Russell Crowe would have survived this if he had a cell phone. There's a little taste of what you're going to get with our movies.
Like, could they please look into more legging? What's up with legging armor or the lack thereof? Goodness.
All right. I'll tell you what, everybody watching right now, pick a movie you want us to do, and that will be our first one. We'll work on it throughout the month.
Yeah,
pick a movie. That will be our first one. Don't pick Field of Dreams because all you're going to get is crying sounds towards the last 10 minutes.
It's just going to be sniffles for about a 5-minute period. As we're trying, I'll try to rip it apart. I actually did. Yeah. While we were in the hotel room, I tried to mess with it and I couldn't. Right at that moment, I was like, I can't even say something bad here.
Paul says The Shining with the please symbol. I would say yes to that, but that's low hanging fruit. That's an easy one to make fun of. It really
be a good way to prime though. Get the prompt moving and grooving.
Yeah, dude, I'll watch a 3-hour movie and then do that. I'll pick on it for sure.
Oh, you just watch and do it along. Ooh, yeah.
You got another one, Forrest Gump. That's
I could rip that one away. Scream,
my favorite. I like that.
That would be fun to destroy.
We can do these 3. Those should be the first 3.
I like that.
Yeah, and then you guys got to do the work by putting it up with the movie, but we'll record it while we watch the movie.
Yes.
Should we do that? Oh my God! Should we start this after July 1st?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. This is most definitely a July 1st thing because you have to get healed up first.
All right. So here's the thing, people. We live in Virginia. Something big happens on July 1st, and I'd really like to be stoned to do this. And Cat's kind of out of the bag on that one.
Yeah, well, you just said it.
Legal. Weed is legal.
A big thing's happening I'm not going to tell you about until I just tell you.
You ain't got no legs. yeah, so man. And I think that's our first episode of the morning show, July 2nd.
It would be.
And that's so because we're going to do so everybody watching now, we have BTB, which is hosted by us and a couple other friends, which is we talk about movies, topics, specifically like cult classics, things like that. We talk about that stuff. And then we're going to have a morning show from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Friday mornings. And that's going to be like your wake up call. It's going to be fun where we just make fun of all the news that's going on, basically. But July 2nd, the day after weed is legalized in Virginia, we're doing a special Smoke 'em Up show. And that's going to be our first show. And that's going to be hilarious. I'm telling you that now.
Big times.
Oh
Big times. Very excited for it.
we rehearsed for that one, and I couldn't figure out if I have a lazy eye or not. I still can't.
He also just randomly jumps into random comments like, oh, yeah, so this discussion we were having that we were never having. It's a strange time traveling thing. We got to maybe just chill out, pump the brakes a little bit.
We did really. Like, I was just like, yeah, so Casey and I were just talking about it. He's like, no, we weren't. I'm like, really? I mean, I'm sure at some point we were.
That's the thing. Yeah, at some point, days ago.
Yeah, we have lots of conversations, whether it's on camera or not. So we've established we're going to do a new show where we pick apart a movie. Not riff track style. They did do fun time.
Oh, they do such a good job, yeah.
But I think we should have our own spin where we just make fun of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We just belittle everything.
Yeah.
Just everything that happens, we're just going to be rude to.
Like, no wonder Jack is mad in The Shining because of that hairline.
Really? That's the typewriter you have to write on? I'd feel miserable about life, too.
Yeah, just might as well use a pencil at that point, stupid.
Gosh.
No, but yeah, typewriters were pointless. I don't understand them, but whatever.
Made people feel smarter than other people.
It really did. Yeah, so I like that. So, and I like those first three. The Shining, Forrest Gump, and Scream would be pretty funny. Radar says, so here's a question. What do you call a movie like Halloween, the newer one? Is it a reboot? No.
Like the newest one, like Halloween Kills?
Well, no, because that's a
2018
of the when. All right, so here's the weird part: people misuse reboot a lot because reboot is supposed to mean you're rebooting a franchise,
like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, they were. The intention of that was to have more movies with this new
character, reimagining.
Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger. Yeah, reimagine. Just like the new Friday the 13th was meant for that. But it's kind of a reboot, but it's a sequel. It's a direct sequel of the first one, the new Halloween movie. So it's kind of I'd say it's more of reinvigorating the franchise, because they're not knocking out all of the original to reboot into something new.
Right. It does lend itself more towards sequel.
Yeah.
It's just many years later, continuing on from H2O or whatever point you want to claim it to be.
Well, no, it's straight up from the first one because they take out the sister thing.
True. Yeah.
But H2O cut out everything from 3 to 6.
Right.
So they did it before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I mean, you guys really can't take Halloween and say you can't judge the word reboot off of the Halloween franchise because it's been
it's been through so many different processes and changes, reimaginings and sequels, and then this alteration of timelines and storylines. Valid.
Paul says, "I'd be mad if my wife looked like her too." Looks like who?
Shelley Long. He's going back to.
I want to know what drunken night you had where that happened. And I'm not putting down Shelley Long or Shelley Duvall.
Balls.
Shelley Duvall. No, it's Shelley Duvall.
It is Duvall. Okay.
Yeah, it is Duvall. Shelley Long was Cheers.
Right.
And Money Pit.
Thank you. Sorry. Yep.
So Shelley Duvall Yeah, she looked very creepy in that movie. Now, I should probably be saving this for the movie, but Shelley Duvall's a pretty woman.
Yeah.
Well, like in those movies, like because you watch Popeye and as olive oil, I'm like, oh, she's a very pretty woman. Like I get it, but she's intentionally supposed to look like
Homely,
beaten down and worn and
broken, worn. Yeah,
she's a beaten wife, and also she was psychologically tortured by the director in real life. So
yeah.
I get it. So taking the character, this isn't on Shelley Duvall, this is on the character of Wendy. What was Jack thinking? Like
about what? Getting with her?
Yeah. Like, how drunk were you that night?
Well, I mean, obviously it's someone he can control and domineer. So,
yeah,
I mean,
all right.
Come on. Fair enough. Aggressive alphas find people like that sometimes and, turn into abusive jackals. It's unfortunate she didn't escape.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I thought. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, right, Flower. Calm down. H2O ignored everything after 2. Yeah. Yeah, because they kept the sister angle, of course. So if the sister angle's in it, then that means that 2 is in there. Because 2 is what introduces the sister angle, not the first one.
No.
The Shining that Stephen King had a hand in was better than the original. Changed my mind. Okay, here's how I'm going to change your mind. Shining is probably the best horror movie ever made, and it's not my favorite. I'm not defending it as like, I love this movie, like it's incredible. I do like the movie a lot. Like I think it's great, but there have been philosophical debates about horror, and this movie is absolutely the best horror movie ever made.
Yeah, I with great difficulty cannot say against that and stand on the other side of that comment, because I understand if you say it's your favorite, sure. I actually like the Stephen King Shining more than the original Kubrick. Personally, I like it. But yeah, Kubrick's is still like, just like you said, philosophically at the root, it's one of the best when placed in the horror pantheon.
And that's one that, and if you watch Dr. Sleep, it adds to it really well. And because of how it deals with mental health, how it deals with substance abuse, how it deals with so much and recovery and things like that, it's a truly terrifying movie for anybody who's been through it. Re-sequel, I would just call it a straight-up sequel. Because at this point, Halloween is like the movie. The Halloween franchise is the franchise that like made it that way. Like, yeah, we can just restart because they did it with 3, then they did it with H2O,
and then 4. Like, I mean, they kept bringing them back in weird ways, restarting this whole line.
Yeah, 4 counts too. I don't even think it never really comes up in thinking, but 4 restarts it. Yeah,
I don't know why, because 4 is one of the best.
You're sick, man.
What, the cycle that Danielle Harris gets to start back into is awesome. I love the way that character was used to re-become the Michael Myers thing. That was awesome.
Fair enough.
Yes, it was.
4 is one that I go to and I do watch. Halloween time, like I watch it. Radar says he's fan of 3. I'm a fan of 3 too. I love 3.
Yeah, it's great. Tom Atkins is fantastic.
Yeah, and it's just a good movie. It is unfortunate that it's called Halloween 3, but at this point you can't get away from that.
Yeah.
And Curse made it canon. That's true. That says, I agree with you about liking the new one better, but the original being an all-time great. Like, so Dr. Sleep. Now, are we talking about Dr. Sleep or are we talking about the Stephen King?
I'm talking about the miniseries one and then Dr. Sleep. So, because I like the Steven Weber.
Yes, yeah. And I agree with you and Matthew. Like, I liked the miniseries. Like, a lot of people were pitching and moaning, like, why are you remaking this? And I was like, I get it. And Stephen King had so many miniseries coming out at that time. Why not put The Shining in the ring?
Langoliers in there and everything else. And the Tommy Knockers hit big on USA. I remember those years. They were terrible.
Man.
There's a lot.
Tommy Knockers, I remember being so young, like it screwed me up because I'm like, what is this?
I did the same thing. I was like 10 years old, like, what is this? I don't understand it. So watching it again at 16, I was like, I'm going to figure this out. I think it was just me. And I was like, oh no, this is awful. This is absolutely terrible. It never got better. And then watch it again at like 25 because I was just too hungover and couldn't reach the remote. So Tommy Knockers it was, and it was way worse.
Like The Stand I rewatched as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Only I'd say 6 or 7 years ago. And I'll tell you what, The Stand was pretty good for a TV event.
Agreed.
Not great. I didn't like the new show.
Really? I haven't even bothered touching it yet. So
I watched it. I was like, I'm just not a huge fan of it. But I did like the other one. But I mean, the Stephen King miniseries never held up to the book. Like Christine was not a miniseries, of course. I know it wasn't a TV miniseries, but
right.
The reason I'm going back to that, like when they made Christine, like that doesn't get a lot of love. That was a great John Carpenter film, I thought, and I thought they did an amazing job with it. Radar says those topiary beasts in the maze were great. Yeah,
yeah, they were.
And Paul says, I'm going to say I love the depiction of Rob Zombie made of Halloween. I love Kubrick's because of the depth of every scene. Room 237 is a phenomenal job dissecting how much Kubrick put into it. Yeah, that's a good documentary.
Great, good point. Yep.
And I will tell you this.
Rob Zombie's Halloween still bugs me. Like the first one was fine, but the second one made the first one somehow worse. Like it sullied it for me, and I don't like that. Maybe in another 10 years I'll give it a go again. Like Maniac Cop 2 took me a while to get into, but it was good.
Did you watch it?
I did, man.
Good.
I forgot how much I loved Maniac Cop.
And
like
Bruce
the
Campbell
first
just
one
off like so quick. It's so funny. Because if you watch the Joe Bob version, he's on the Maniac Cop one because he's in that movie all the way out.
Yep.
And he talks about it, and they're like, "Well, how come you weren't in the sequel? You get off really quickly." And he's just like, "Money, man." Like,
yeah, I didn't get paid.
He's like, I learned by that point. You get paid more for sequels, and they didn't want to do that. And I was just like, "All right, kill me off."
Yep.
And it happened, but.
There we go, Radar. I'm with you, bro. Maximum Overdrive. Yes, I love that movie so much.
I love that movie soundtrack.
They spent all the money on AC/DC. Of course you do.
Listen.
Dude, Maximum Overdrive is incredible. Don't you dare try to speak ill of Maximum Overdrive. You know my love of that movie. And Emilio.
I'll watch Maximum Overdrive, but listen to the interviews with Emilio Estevez about it. And listen to the interviews with Stephen King, because even Stephen King made fun of that movie to Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. I know, but I still love it. Don't make me love it less.
Dude, somebody gets killed by a vending machine. I love it.
Seriously, kids get killed by a soda pop vending machine. How crazy is that? It's so absurd and brilliant, and it's just brutal and awful. And like all the machines going off, like lawnmowers and stuff, I was like, well, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as The Happening. Almost.
Paul, The Mist didn't get enough credit. Here's the thing is, The Mist gets enough credit. The Mist,
it does.
People like The Mist. Mm-hmm. The problem is it's the same as kind of like, I don't know, any dark movie that you don't really want to talk about.
Yeah, because you don't want to watch it that many times, because when you watch it the first time, it's jarring and it dislodges you and takes you so far out of your comfort zone that's really why you remember it. So when you go to revisit, it's mostly to show other people. It's not because, hey, I was sitting around today and felt like flipping on The Mist.
Yeah.
I really wanted to watch some guy murder his child. Yeah, really jazzed up for it. It's just the rewatchability is hurt by that.
But on top of that, the thing that got you about The Mist was it made you the bad guy as the viewer. The reason being is like when he kills all of them and they ask to, and they're like, we're never going to survive this. And he realizes this is the best way, but I'll do it. God, this is killing me. It's like hitting me. It's kicking me in the chest. I just want to run out and hug my kids. You're like, yeah, there is no other way. Do they just go on in this world? So you agree with what they're doing as the viewer, and then you find out it was the wrong choice.
So you're feeling as bad because you've been along for this ride, trying to be the survivor with this group, and then understanding that, there is a logical conclusion. This is it. It's all ending poorly. So how poorly should it end? And then, you're a terrible human being because you've just cheered for murdering families. Yeah, I'm out. I don't need to rewatch that. Don't need to go back to that place.
See, the only reason I don't think that would ever happen to me is because I don't know that I could ever pull that trigger.
I don't know that I'd have survived that far. Mine's way easier than that. I'm
That's
not
fair
making
too.
it there.
Well, if I have
When I'm in the grocery store, I'm toast. No shot.
if I have my kid with me, I don't know, man. You don't. Yeah,
Right?
I don't want to boast like I'm the man or anything, but like,
Of course you do.
if it's not with me, all right, yeah, I'm probably because I don't care. I don't have that will, but that strength of will is fucking strong if he's with me.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I that strength of will is not strong enough to shoot. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, it takes a lot. That's some true belief.
Scary thing about that, though, is was it ending because the army came or because the crazy bitch was right about a sacrifice? True story.
Good spin.
Yeah, but either way, you didn't want to be that sacrifice.
No, I don't want to be there again. I'm good. Be very clear. I don't need that murderiness.
That is for sure. And Paul says, you are right. It's super dark, morally devouring. I get it's different because I don't have kids, so I don't understand that connection of parental love. My go-to movie to flip on is always The Thing. Oh, yeah, The Thing is great.
It's fantastic.
And that's another one that has a dark ending, but the thing is, you can detach yourself from that dark ending.
Yeah, it's a cool dark ending. It's one that kind of opens up the floor of, ooh, like, what if? There's a mystery to it. There's not as much, I just shot my kid in the face. So because there's less of that, it's okay.
And I didn't listen, Paul. I saw that movie. I didn't have kids at the time.
Yeah, agreed. Same.
So I didn't have that feeling of like I'm the bad guy for saying, yeah, you did the right thing, because I didn't know that feeling of having kids, And even Casey has pointed this out to me in the past. Like when he had kids and I didn't, he's just like, you don't have kids, you don't understand. And then like pissed me off. And I'm like, well, fuck that. I can't believe you just said that to me. And then I had kids and I'm like, no, I get it.
It's just a weird little different. It's just slightly different. You change,
When you have kids, your perspective on everything changes.
Because you're no longer important. Like you somehow schism where it's like everything that is about me is no longer about me, even a little bit. It's just whoop. All right. Well, everything's going here. Cool.
Because every decision you make at that point, you make as a father. You don't make as a man.
Yeah.
So, and with that being said, Casey touched my puzzle box.
Oh, would you stop it? Stop it. All right. Well, look, I'm actually here at work, so unfortunately, I need to be their bearer of bad news.
You guys need to read the comics that are canonical to the thing. I've read some of them.
I've heard those are good. I also really want to check out the ones for. I bought some new Army of Darkness, so I'm excited for those. Yeah, I love my Bruce Campbell books.
All right, before we go, because I know Casey's at work, we got to take off. I do want to one more time just bring up, guys, our sponsor, Manscaped, takes care of us. They keep the lights on. And they keep us going. So if you guys want some very awesome devices like the Weed Whacker, the lawnmower, all their conditioners to take care of yourself. Oh, my God, it's amazing. To take care of yourself and everything else, go check them out. Use Snobs for 20% off, promo code Snobs for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com. Every little bit helps, and we do appreciate it. We love them, and we love you guys for helping us out. Now, with that being said, this is my last show for a little while. I have surgery next week. Casey's going to take over some guest co-hosts. But I'll
see how far I can drive this ship right into the rocks. Boom.
No, you're going to do great. You've done it before when I was out.
Yeah, I know.
Army of Darkness versus Hitler. I'm in.
Yep. That's happening.
But yes, so make sure you keep watching. We will still have the live show every Tuesday. We will still have the have it up as podcast form out, or you can go to our YouTube and you can watch any of our videos there if you want. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification button. It helps us go a long way. And we're still running the contest. Once we get to 250 subscribers, you can win this cool Rick Deckard from Blade Runner pop figure. So
gosh, I still wish I was in the running. You sure you don't want to change that pop figure to something else and just give that one to me?
I mean, if you get me 250, I'll get you another one. So we'll do that. Paul says, good luck in any surgery. Prayers for you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. You all have public funding. I have a Patreon. If you go to thescenesnobs.com, we have a Patreon. It's $5 a month. And then like anything that we record, that's us on the side. You guys get first notice on things like that. We have a cool little keychain we'll send out to you. And any other perks that come up along the way, you guys get first dibs, of course. So, but it's our super fan supporter. If you're interested, but yeah, we appreciate you. I know Casey's got to go and I'm talking on and on and on. So, we love you guys. Thank you for joining us and copy that. Take care of that. You're so sweet, Paul.
You're
Thank
ridiculous,
you so
Paul. You're awesome. I appreciate y'all. Make sure to be kind to each other. Yes.
Take care, everybody. Oh, wait, I forgot to play the outro.
It's the other thing.
Let's talk for 15 more minutes while I find the outro.
I gotta go.
Let me just find the outro. It's here, I promise. And then you go. All right, you go. And that's our show, everybody. Thanks for listening or watching, wherever you're checking it out. This show is brought to you by our sponsor, Manscaped. Go check them out. They are saving our balls, and they can save yours too, or somebody you care about. It's a pretty awesome device, so go check out what they got, the Lawnmower 3.0, the Weed Whacker, and more. It's a great gift for Father's Day, birthdays, weddings, anything. Head over there and use promo code SNOBS, SNOBS, and you'll get 20% off and free shipping. Also, we'd like to thank our super fan patrons. They are all Scene Snob family to us. They support us every month, and you can be one too. So head over to the Patreon channel, the Scene Snobs, and it's $5 a month, and you can join in with helping support us and get the free perks too. Also, you can follow us on social media. We are on everything at the Scene Snobs, so Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We are on Facebook, the Scene Snobs. Everywhere. We have fun stuff always going on, always have contests and stuff, so go follow us, check us out. You can go to our link tree by going to thescenesnobs.com. There's our link tree, there's our Patreon, there is all of our shows and the links for all of that, so thanks again for checking it out. Just head over to thescenesnobs.com where everything is, and we will talk to you soon.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.